Good morning. My name is Zay Popat, and today I'm going to teach you or will share you some interesting facts about electricity. Electricity has, has an important place in the modern days. We all are familiar with this word. We have seen its various applications at our homes, at schools, at offices, and industries as well. So in this chapter, we will just see what constitutes the electricity, how the current will flow in a circuit, what are the factors responsible that affects the current that is flowing in the circuit. So first of all, let us see what is electric current and its circuit diagram. So we all are familiar with the air currents and the water currents. In a river, when the water flows, it constitutes the water current. In the same way, when an electric charges are flowing through any conductor, it will constitute an electricity. For example, as you can see this torch. See, and this is what the cell. This, so this is the positive terminal of the cell. This is the negative terminal of the cell. Now, when I place this cell in the torch, so right now it is already in the torch. There is one cell, but when I place it, the current will flow from negative terminal. Not current, the charge will flow from the negative terminal to the positive terminal, and from here towards the circuit, towards the bulb of the torch. Now, here we can see that here there is a switch. So when I just turn on this, it will glow. The bulb inside the torch will glow. So here there is a cell. So from here to here, the charge will flow, and from when I just open it, it will create a closed path, and this current will move. This charge will move forward towards the bulb of the battery, and this will constitute an electric current. And suppose if I switch off this switch, then it will disconnect this both. This means the cells and the bulb of the torch. So what is the function now? So now the question is, what is the function of the switch? So a switch will act as a connecting link between the cell and the bulb of the torch. So this is what all about electric current, how to constitute. Now the question arises, how we can define electric current in a scientific manner. So we can define electric current as a net flow of charge in a particular area in a particular time. Okay, so this is what the schematic diagram, but we will discuss this later. Now suppose we will see how mathematically electric current will represent. Let if net charge flowing is q in a particular unit time t. See, so the formula, so the current is represented by I is equal to q by t. Now q here is a charge, and its SI unit is coulomb. Here t is a time, its SI unit is second, and I is a current flowing to the circuit, and its SI unit is ampere. And it will name after the French scientist named Andre Marie Ampere. Now, the 1 coulomb is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 18 electron. Now, when we now here we will define 1 ampere. When we will say that there is a 1 ampere current flowing through a circuit, so we can say that 1 ampere current is flowing in the circuit when 1 coulomb of charge to any circuit is passing through in time. Now, electric current can be measured in different units. We have seen that electric current can be measured in ampere. The small quantities of electric current can be measured in milliampere or in microampere. And here are some of, and here we will discuss this schematic diagram. This is a schematic diagram of electric circuit. This is the battery. Battery is nothing but a combination of cells. Here is a positive terminal of the battery, here is a negative terminal of the battery. This is the direction of current. So here conventionally we believe that the current is passing from positive terminal of a battery towards the negative terminal of the battery. Of course, we know that there is a there is no movement of proton. There is a movement of electron from negative terminal of a battery towards the positive terminal of the battery. But at the time of discovery, we don't know about the electron. So conventionally, right now, we believe that current will flow from positive terminal of battery towards the negative terminal of the battery. That is the opposite to the moment of the electron. So this is the direction of the electron. This will bulb. This is ammeter. Now we will discuss what is ammeter in later part, maybe after some time. This is switch. Uh, yeah. Now ammeter. Now ammeter is an instrument which measures is the current, and this is a switch in on condition. That dot represent the on condition. If I remove this dot, it will shows in off condition. Now it is in on condition. That means the bulb will glow, and if it is in off connection, this will disconnect this circuit, so the current will not flow and the bulb will not glow. Now we will discuss some of the example of that. Now see example, a current of dash ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes when the amount of charge is 300 coulomb flows to the circuit. So here we have to find the current, and here the charge is given 300 coulomb and the time is given 10 minutes. Now remember, here time is given in minute, so we have to convert it into the second. So we multiply 10 into 60, it is we get 600. Now here the formula is very simple, I is equal to q by t. So the value of q is 300, value of t is 600. So we will get the answer 0.5. That means 0.5 ampere of current is flowing in this circuit. So there is another example. The current of 1 ampere is drawn by a filament an electric bulb for 20 minutes. What amount of charge is flowing through the circuit? Here we have to find the charge. The current is given, the time is given. So here it's a very simple formula, is equal to q by t. Let's multiply t here. So q is equal to it. Here the value of the I is 1 ampere, so here 1, and the value of the t is equal to 1200. Here also remember the here time is given in minutes. We have converted this into seconds. So q is equal to 1200 coulomb. Now let's suppose instead of there you will ask that how much electron is flowing through the circuit. This is very simple. We know that 1 coulomb is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. So for 1200 coulomb, how many electrons are flowing through it? So it's simply just a cross multiplication. 1200 into 6 into 10 raised to 18. You are just multiplying this, and you will get your answer to 7200 into 10 raised to 18 electrons flowing through this circuit. Thank you.